Prince Philip, the remarkable
husband
life.
of Queen Elizabeth II, has died at age 99. He was admitted to a hospital in London in February, where he spent 4 weeks before being released. He passed away at Windsor Castle on April 9th. Prince Philip was born into the Greek royal family on June 10, 1921, as Prince of Greece and Denmark. He traced his ancestry back to the royalty of Denmark, Germany, Russia, and Britain. He and Elizabeth were actually third cousins, 2 great-great-grandchildren of Queen Victoria. The two met before World War II, and while Philip served in the British Navy during the war, they still continued to talk and meet. After the war, he stepped into the public eye internationally when he became then Princess Elizabeth's suitor. They married in 1947, and Philip was made Duke of Edinburgh. The former naval officer retired from public life in 2017. He was an active outdoorsman, hunter, equestrian, aviator, and sailor, and he championed causes and
I absolutely posted that my husband is dead thing on my Instagram. I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I heard Prince Philip defeated the Nameless King. Bitch, Prince Philip is the Nameless King. What are you talking about?
Institutions close to his heart, including a public service and fitness program for youth, global wildlife conservation, and various sporting organizations. After a long career in the public eye, Prince Philip was respected, but not wildly popular among Britons, who came to rely on him to occasionally put his foot in his mouth with offensive and inappropriate comments.
From mentioning
they were actually second cousins or third cousins. They're royals. They all are cousins. Royals are cousin fuckers. Hello. They literally have their own like genetic strain of being inbred. Okay?
slitty eyes in China to asking Australian Aborigines if they still threw spears at each other, the Duke of Edinburgh's gaffes have become the stuff of royal legend. The Duke was on fine form while visiting a group of sea cadets in Devon. When he stopped to ask Elizabeth Rendell what she did for a living, even the Queen turned to see what her husband was up to. She might have thought better of it, because the Duke was talking about strip clubs.
And I just said that I worked in a club, and then he asked, oh, what, a strip club?
Obviously I said no. Thanks for all the important
and then he said, oh, it's a bit too cold today anyway.
He made all the crazy content you provide with gaming help us all get away from this crazy
dude, this guy was awesome, dude.
Truly amazing, completely addicting.
Literally fucking dope, dude. Who the fuck just Joe Biden style guy? I love that, dude. Yo, I love this. Prince Philip ran out of Estes at 1 HP. Yeah, he really did.
Little effort to hide his disdain for tabloid journalists, whom he accused of ruining his life and turning the increasingly turbulent lives of the British royal family into a soap opera.
The business of overhearing conversations. I mean, in a way, if you're presented with all these things and all those things, you know more or less that if you're going to say something, it's going to be taken down. But if you're having a conversation and somebody pokes one of these at you with a tape recorder behind, or one of those long listening devices, and so you can overhear a conversation 20 yards away, you get a bit anxious.
Biographers described Prince Philip as an alpha male. Brusque, sometimes rude, even to the Queen, but one who worked hard.
Fucking alpha male, dude. I mean, certainly. Certainly.
To support her and give a modern gloss to the 1,000-year-old English monarchy.
When I think alpha male, I think this. This is what I think, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he literally lived for 100 fucking years old at like the best fucking spawn point that you can get on the planet. I am not even going to shed a single fucking tear for someone like this.
Strained by a public role that kept him out of politics and in his wife's shadow, he privately took a less restrained stance as a husband, a father, and a father-in-law. He was furious when he suspected Princess Diana, while still married to his son Prince Charles, was cooperating on a book that disparaged the royals. Yet he wrote to her to comfort her during her breakup with Charles. At Princess Diana's funeral in 1997, it was Prince Philip who convinced the young princes William and Harry to walk behind their mother's hearse at St. James Palace. He said to William, "If you don't walk, you may regret it later. If I walk, will you walk with me?"
Aw, so cute, dude.
Prince Philip is survived by his wife, Queen Elizabeth II, and their 4 children, Prince Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward.
Best point for men, though. Women in that echelon have it rough, in my opinion. Are you fucking insane, dude?
Just lost their job
Women in that echelon literally still have it incredibly well in comparison to women in other echelons. What the fuck are you saying right now? Radlip feminism is literally out of control. Okay? Just shut it down. Okay? Whatever you have in your mind about like misogynistic men like cheating on you or whatever, just shut it down. Because let me tell you something. Poor women have misogynistic men cheating on them or mistreating them horribly, okay? And then they're not a part of the fucking royal family on top of that. Jesus Christ, dude.
Guess who's back?
Anyway, some of the UK media coverage is too good on his death.
Back to the beginning for us, Alistair, and tell us how the young Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark met the then Princess Elizabeth.
Well, they were related.
It's true. Hassan is anti-woman. Yes.
Hassle.
Yes, I'm anti-woman. Just like whenever, someone says like every black person has it worse than every white person on the planet, including Oprah having a worse off experience on the planet than fucking a white homeless person. If someone were to say that, I would shove that statement right back their fucking throat about how fucking psychopathic and idiotic that is, because class completely overrides that argument. That does not make me a fucking racist. Are we all sure he won't come back as a zombie? Seems like he was basically there. Yeah, he was. Yeah, I'm anti-Womackson.
Hold on.
When they met, Elizabeth was 13 and he was 18. Oh, wow. Oh, just normal things, dude.
FKN lives.
They were married.
Matt Gaetz must be really upset that Prince Philip got away with that and he couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
For more than 7 decades, but had been destined for each other since childhood, according to one of Queen Elizabeth's bridesmaids.
I think she fell in love when she was 13. I mean, God, he was good looking. You know, he was a sort of Viking god.
She was 13. He was 18. That's very weird.
He never looked at anybody else.
And they're cousins. Oh my God. Why are people so weird, dude?
Grateful that I got my first COVID vaccine, has Pog.
Who is this lady?
R.I.P. to a royal prince, rest in peace, you magnificent majesty, rest in peace, you leader of people, rest in peace, Prince DMX.
No, he was flawed, intemperate, impatient, occasionally downright offensive. But that's why we loved and respected him so much.
Ever. And I think he really, truly has been a rock.
The couple married in Westminster Abbey on November the 20th, 1947.
I have to pee. Holy shit.
For the rest of his life, Prince Philip was a near constant presence at the Queen's side.
6 months.
He gave a rare insight into life behind palace walls when celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
I think that the main lesson that we've learned is that tolerance is the one essential ingredient of any happy marriage.
Today.
It may not be quite so important when things are going well, but it is absolutely vital when things get difficult. And you can take it from me that the Queen has the quality of tolerance and abundance.
If this companionship came at a professional cost, it was one Prince Philip was prepared to pay.
just to have been there all the time behind her and ready to have sacrificed his life. He did it too, sacrificed his life, because I think he would have loved to have gone on in the Navy and really made a career of that. So he sacrificed
Boss makes
too.
$1, I make a dime
So,
watching Hassan on Company Time Pop.
I think it's made for a wonderful, solid marriage.
The Queen and Lieutenant Mountbatten met before the Second World War when he was a young naval cadet.
His #1 job from the word go has been to, quote, support the Queen. Everything he does is in support of the Queen. It's just been one of the...
Bro, he was a real... Yo, this guy was the original simp, dude. Just think about it. Seriously, think about it.
The great royal romances, I think, of history. People talk about Victoria and Albert as a phrase which trips off the tongue, and I have no doubt that in years to come people will talk about Elizabeth and Philip in exactly the same way.
Famous for his energy, the Duke's health inevitably deteriorated as he headed into old age.
Yeah, like 50 years ago, dude. Like, yeah, his health started deteriorating as he headed into old age, 40 fucking years ago, dude. Like, 40 years ago, dude. This motherfucker has been doing old age for the past, like, fucking 40 years.
The royal family Christmas was disrupted in 2011 when Philip had to be taken to hospital for minor heart.
The funniest thing that will never change for me is when British people talk about, where they can't say the hospital, they say hospital, taken to hospital. Like, what's up with that? I don't understand. Taken to university, taken to hospital. I'm on holiday. I'm going on holiday, bruv. I've never noticed that. We do that until now, damn. No, that's how you know. That's how you know, dude. That's how you fucking know that someone is British. Someone is a British person. Like when they say, taken to hospital.
Surgery. 5 months later, during the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations, Philip had to go to hospital again, this time with a bladder infection.
Yeah, they always pre-prepare this shit. Like, there's one on Kissinger out there right now, probably. Some people have probably written some scathing remarks on Henry Kissinger, waiting for the fucking right moment to reveal it, bruv. You got a fucking license for that obituary, bruv. You do? Oh, he's fucking dead now.
Came and went, and within days, Philip was well enough to return home, but not to return immediately to his public duties. In the spring of 2017, Prince Philip effectively announced his retirement, saying he would give up official royal duties. A year and a half later, he was involved in a car crash, raising questions about whether...
Bro, this motherfucker was getting Final Destination, dude. Like, literally living on borrowed time. Like, he was supposed to die 40 years ago, okay? And whatever, like, the fucking angel of death has been following him around, trying to murder him since then, and just failing, okay?
He should be driving at the age of 97. Then, public appearances were reserved for special occasions, such as Lady Gabriella Windsor's wedding in May 2019. Prince Philip had been patron or president of some 800 charities, including the WWF. He was a renowned environmental campaigner. He also had his own royal heritage, being born into the Greek and Danish royal families. But he renounced those titles when he took British citizenship in 1947. So what of his role in the British monarchy?
I think a pivotal point of because he was the head of the
I don't know why he couldn't be king. Why? Because he's like not natural British citizen? Because there was like plenty of fucking German and French kings at the time. Like, he's not in the line. It like doesn't make sense because male consorts aren't kings. I guess like blood lineage works more. Blood lineage is more important He didn't want to supersede his wife's title.
Ends racism.
No, like fucking half the fucking royals are German. Like half the British royals are literally German.
Thank you for everything that you do, Hassel.
He didn't outrank her? Dude, what is this? Like Pokemon cards? What the fuck is this shit? It's so stupid. Prince Philip's family tree. Prince Albert, Queen Victoria. Holy shit, they had a lot of seed, dude. Look at this. Look at this, bro. What are you, crazy? 7 kids? It's a circle. It's a family circle, boys. It's not a family tree. It's a family circle, okay? If it's a tree, it branches out, right? When it's a fucking closed loop, it's a circle. Damn, Albert had some fucking
Hey, William.
fertile semen right here. And, you know, both of them had good loins. King Edward fucked his sister, spread the word. They fucked like crazy to make up for 40 years of Victoria, then spent alone. Family wreath. Oh, God. Oh, no. Only 5 kids. Look at the above the line in pics. What? So what's up? Like, does Victoria not have any kids or some shit? Like, or not relevant. King Edward and Alexandra. Wait. Oh, this is a random person. Got it. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, never mind. Yeah. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5 kids. Louis and Alexandra are not children. For a second, I thought like they were just like sister fucking straight up. Okay. Okay, we're done. Let's finish
family,
this.
he was in, it's his responsibility as a father to be that, and he does that extremely well.
Would it have been difficult for him always in public to be taking a back seat to his wife?
I would have thought that anybody who has that
My subscription
responsibility
outlived Philip Hassel.
will find it, I would say, taxing, but when you have this whole concept in your blood, and you keep your sense of humor and your sense of dignity, and you carry it out beautifully.
And one thing Prince Philip certainly had was a sense of humor and a tendency.
Bro, when someone is like 100 years old and people say, well, they had a good sense of humor, you have to know immediately, like, they just mean racist, okay? Oh, he had a great sense of humor. It's like, oh no, he was like super bad. Fuck that racist, feudal billionaire, scammer, inbred ass fuck, UK overlords who gained all their wealth from rape and pillaging other people, and later they ran out of countries to do so, so they enslaved and sold people. Forget UK's key place in the slave trade, dirty money, the Windsors should be a Netflix episode.
To make gaffes. On a trip to Australia in 2002, he asked an Aboriginal leader, do you still throw spears at each other? And when meeting the Obamas in 2009, a reference to world leaders.
Good riddance, Prince Philip.
Prince Philip, serviceman, campaigner, great-grandfather, and a beloved husband.
CNN's Anna Stewart is live outside of Buckingham Palace for us at this hour, where I would imagine people are starting to make their way to Buckingham Palace, as you know, people often do, as a way of paying their respects. What are you seeing there this morning? Or actually, I should say this afternoon in London.
We are already beginning to see some people coming out to Buckingham Palace to see what's going on. The news, of course, only came out really within the last hour. You can see...
Bitch, what are you going to see when you go there? You know what I mean? Like, to the people who are out there in Buckingham Palace, I say, what the fuck are you going to see, dumbass? Like, what are you trying to see? What do you think you're going to see when you go there? His corpse on full display. By the way, I am low-key secretly uploading emotes right now, boys. I am straight up uploading emotes right now on the side. I've uploaded Osprey. I've uploaded Hossip is pretty good too.
Dead, hands up, let's go.
I might put Hoss Wicked up too. I uploaded Hoss here. Out of all the emotes that I uploaded I was only 3 slots available. So one of them is Hoss Nerd. The other one is Hoss Prey. And then last might be like Hoss Sip or Hoss Wicked. Oh, it's up. It's up already. Look at that. That's cool as fuck, dude. This Hoss Wicked is better in my opinion. Yeah, the fish one is better. The fish Hoss Wicked is probably better than the... Aren't those Daff emotes? Oh, straight up. Yeah, straight up stolen from Daff. It was a great idea. So smart. So good. If Daff has a problem, she can text me about it. Oh, wait. For the past fucking 12 months, she has only texted me Hassan, and that's it. And nothing else. Also, we're moving back to the fucking Prince Philip dead at 99. There's, of course, other news stories to cover today as well. But before we get to that, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one certainty in life, or 2 certainties in life, and that is death. And Hassan Abi running an Amazon ad break at the top of every hour. As we mourn today Prince Philip's death, I would like to remind you of some happier times when you'd like to see this entire broadcast in its entirety without any single ad break. Then all you need to do is subscribe. You could do it for $5. Or you can do it for free. Now, you might ask, how can I do it for free, Hassan? Well, you can do it for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime. You'll get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster with the greatest accents on the entire platform. And that would be me, a real British man, talking and mourning about the death of Prince Philip. Very unexpected. Unexpected all the way. There it is. Here is the 1-minute ad break now.
The flag is flying at half-mast over Buckingham Palace, and this is a nation going into mourning now. This is a man, Prince Philip.
Funny take, but it's telling seeing American mainstream media give more attention to a white monarch who lived twice the length of life than a black musician, a man who probably impacted our lives infinitely more than this boring crumpet. I mean, it's not surprising. It's just ranking, okay? Have you ever heard the fucking meme or the thing that like certain people have said before where it's like, if I die on a plane crash with like, I mean, I've even joked about it before. Like when I was on a plane with David Dobrik and the plane fucking crashes, no one is going to say like, no one's going to have my fucking line on the obituary or on the news story. It's going to be David Dobrik. It's just the way it is. And this is a fucking member of the royal family, and British people love the royal family. I love shitting on British people who love the royal family and Americans who love the royal family more than the British people love the royal family. So, of course, I'm going to talk about it because it's funny.
Who served his country for 65 years. He'll be remembered for a fantastic legacy of public work, official duties. He attended some 22,000 engagements all by himself. He worked with the Queen. It's been a marriage of 73 years. He leaves behind a nation in mourning. His wife, the Queen, 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren. You can expect the next few days for everyone to remember Prince Philip, his passions for life, his military career, his extraordinary upbringing. There's lots more to come in the story of Prince Philip.
Right, Anna Stewart, thank you very much. Stand by for us there. Joining us now, Max Foster, also with us, CNN royal commentator Kate Williams. And Kate, you know, 99 years old. Prince Philip, in so many ways, the center or a center of that family, but also a bridge to a different world era. I mean, his brother, the deposed king of Greece, just a different imperial era in the entire world. This is a moment in history.
Yo, what up, doo-doo? I stole all your fucking emotes. The only time that doo-doo and I ever converse is literally here, by the way. That's the saddest part. Is that she does not fucking text me anything but Hassan, and that's it. You don't text me back, I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you. We are going to engage in fisticuffs. Because I try to talk to you, and you literally never respond. You literally never respond. The Greeks smartly kicked Philip out. Sass is good. What do we like, boys? What do we like? Equal opportunity ass whooping. The fucking Haas hug is pretty funny.
Let's go 7 months.
Haas
Looking
blush is
forward
pretty
to
good
more
too.
Donnie No Pixel RP has hug.
I haven't added it yet. I haven't added it. No, C-Mac. I'm not going to add Haas 1, Haas 2, Haas 3, Haas 4 as a 2x2 because that takes up a lot of space, brother, and I don't have a lot of space.
It is a moment in history, and Prince Philip, yes...
If you're wondering how you can get these emotes, by the way, because you might be thinking like, damn, these are fucking sick. Like, how do I get them? Well, you get them by subscribing. You can do it for $5 or for free with your Amazon Prime. You can connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch Prime.
Born in 1921, had to flee from Greece because the Greek monarchy was under threat. It was deposed. His family was thought to be under threat as well. And Prince Philip, he was born just a few years after World War I.
Remember, motherfucker said like he had to survive a coup.
Crap
Bitch,
PLS Philly
survive a
crap
coup.
PLS.
Like he was escaping as a monarch, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Just remember that whenever you say shit like that.
And of course served in World War II, and he served so bravely in World War II. And so many of those who served in World War II, they are no longer with us. We have lost so many veterans. And the
Oh yeah,
Queen
if you
herself
subscribe for
also
tier
served in
2, you'll
World War
get
II,
this.
And every time she is with veterans, she's just so sad. And here she is, her own beloved husband. They wrote to each other throughout World War II. He was devoted on the side of the Allies. They had this wartime correspondence. And as soon as the war was over,
Just received an ad for the first time in 5 months.
It really is
Time
the
to
end
ring
of
up
an
on
era.
that subscription.
Prince Philip was a man who saw nearly all of the 20th century and all the 21st century so far. So everything has changed. Technology, the world, travel. He is our longest married, longest serving consort, the longest married monarch, 72 years. It is so sad that he's died just a few months short of his 100th birthday, and a man who, above all, devoted service first to the monarchy and to the country and to his causes.
You know, Max, as Kate just touched on, his devotion there to the monarchy, to the Queen, his wife. We know he was pivotal for her, as you pointed out in your piece, especially when it came to certain decision makings. But he was also a key part of the royal family in terms of the actual family sense. You mentioned the fact that obviously the family would have been notified before word went out to the public of his passing. And Max, I couldn't help but notice you said, of course, Harry would have been notified, even though he's in California. There's been much made of the relationship between Harry and his grandparents, especially in the last several weeks. Can you just put into perspective for us how integral Prince Philip was in those conversations, in keeping the family together or trying to bridge the gaps there?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned Harry there, because you'll remember that after that Oprah interview, he went out of his way to mention to Oprah afterwards that the race comment regarding his unborn son at the time wasn't in reference to the Queen or Philip. So the Queen and Philip are on a different level for this family. They are the patriarch, the matriarch of the family. The Queen is head of state, head of the armed forces. So out front, she is the leader. Behind the scenes, Philip was very much in control, would make key decisions about where his children would go to school, for example. He would bang heads together. I'm sure he was involved in conversations behind the scenes about the Sussexes leaving their royal roles, for example. It's interesting when you met him, you've got to adjust to this now, haven't you? It's so hard to imagine. As Kate was saying, he was married for more than 70 years. It's extraordinary, and he was in our lives for that period of time. But he was a very dominant figure. He made his own decisions, and his staff really had no control over him. He would wander through Buckingham Palace doing exactly as he wished, and I think it was very difficult for him to adjust to playing second fiddle to the Queen, and I think they frankly came...
Okay, this shit sucks, dude. Okay, we're not watching more Remarkable Life of the Prince.